Yes, at long last, it is Thursday night. Oh my goodness, my favorite night of the week. Oh my gosh. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Thursday night online open mic at the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I'm back. This is the longest I've been away from my online poetry fam, and I'm sorry. Boy, have I missed you guys. Oh my God. And the vibe that we all come alive on. Yeah, I've been needing that. I have felt some high highs and some low lows in my absence, but I guess that's the way life goes. But damn, it's been a wild ride. And I know I'm not alone. I know all of you out there going through your things. Pero here we are. I've been curating still the Stage Garden Rumba shows for Pregones Theater and Nos Quedamos, and they are completely booked. Thank you to everyone who reached out to participate. It wasn't easy to choose because Stage Garden Rumba actually has been revolving around a specific theme, which are the phases of fire and how they reveal themselves in the Bronx. Mad specific. Not only have I curated and hosted, but I've also been rehearsing for a new musical in progress called Torched, about arson for profit in the Bronx during the 70s with an amazing ensemble. And that's why Stage Garden Rumba and Torch kind of had that whole theme going. So if you haven't come on a Saturday to see us, the shows will continue all the way into September. And September is damn near here. What is going on? Woo! I will be performing this Saturday at noon in New York City, Lincoln Center at the Damrosch Park outdoors. It's free. I'll be representing the New Eurekan Poets Cafe with a 15-minute set. And then I'm off to a set to shoot a short film with an award-winning Boricua director during the nighttime, and I can't wait to reveal the details about that. But I can't. But I can leave you on the edge of your seat for that because I'm so excited. I haven't been, acting in a while. So for camera, I've been acting on theater, but for camera is a different thing. It's a different animal. But anyway, just know that your girl is putting in that work. Speaking of that work, I've had construction going on in my home in the Bronx, and I hope that it continues with that flow of renovation so that I can host all of you here in El Garaje. Oh, but damn, this Delta variant sure doesn't help things. Blessings to all the lives that have been taken by this dreadful pandemic. Rest in paradise, all of those souls. And no matter what you believe, we can all agree that a prayer for the dead is always an honorable thing to do. But stay safe, my pandemic poets. Pandemic poets. Whenever you hear pandemic poets, you're supposed to do the wave. DG Clearing created that whole thing. And thanks for that. Life is challenging, but poetry and art gets us through it all. We take our pain and we make the poetry rain. And I was able to perform and open for La India recently at Summer Stage for all of you salsa heads out there. But my set was threatened to be cut 10 minutes before showtime. And there's a long story behind that. But whatever Lola wants, Lola gets. You know what I mean? I wasn't going to let it go down like that. Plus, I was on a mission to say happy birthday to my mother. And I did. Don't ever let anyone stop you from saying your piece and, doing what you have to do. So many times, we're tried to be silenced, but no. We don't let that happen. Don't take your voice for granted. Use it when you can. It is a superpower. And I am ready to feel the power of all of you tonight. So let's unmute and see what's good.
Hey there,
everybody. Get it poppin'. We about to get it poppin'.
Behind you with a candlestick.
Yes.
Welcome back.
What's up, boys?
Welcome back.
Yes.
Family together.
Woo! Lovely. I want to shout out advocate of words, for without advocate of words, there was no way that I could do the things that I was doing away from all of you. So to my brother, advocate of words, I love you, my homie. He's in the room with us. There he is. Yes. Sending you much, much love. You know, you could always call me because I obviously know I can always call you. You're the best. You're the best. Okay. So we have a nice long list of poets. Oh, I didn't even put that in the chat. Let me copy and paste. But first we have Michael Sindler, then we have Ron, then Jeff Cartrill, Professor Teso Somok, Anthony Misiano, and Mr. Speaker Sears, and the list continues. Yes, yes, yes. Let me copy that. Let's unmute Michael Sindler. And yeah, and let me put that in the chat.
Oh, I was totally unprepared to be first.
Really?
I had no idea whatsoever. I never get anywhere near that pick. I'm going to, I guess, I'll do a couple sonnets here real quick. This first one, I was very happy because it just got included and I got accepted for an anthology, so that's always nice. It's called Detected. Your camisole hanging from the bedpost, crimson heels and gown tossed upon the floor, spilled bottle of champagne, a single rose, wafting musk, its perfume reveals amour. Through curtain window blows a gentle breeze, rising sun paints the room in pastel shades. Birds warble from branches of willow trees, joined in a mellifluous serenade. Satin gloves lay paired atop the dresser, a volume of verses by Baudelaire. A gift left here by a predecessor, red silk ribbons that once adorned your hair. Scarlet pool of blood, complexion pale blue, upon this floor where the police found you. And this sonnet, a couple days ago, was the 7th anniversary of a very, very sad day for me. And this is about that. It's called Lisa. No suicide shattered me like Lisa's. The pain stabs deep when it's someone you love. From the edge, angels whispered on breezes, but demons in her mind gave her the shove. She'd call desperate and incoherent, left rambling messages on the phone. When I picked up, listened to her lament, I'd try and pull her from the danger zone. Her brain betrayed her, was a saboteur. When last we talked, she was so paranoid. With a gun some brainless fool had lent her, she fled her torment, leapt into the void. Those left behind vainly search for answers. We don't succeed as necromancers. And though I've read this a bunch of times, it's about the only thing I can think of to read after that one. Hope is. Hope is to be longed for, dreamed of, a vigil set to await its coming. Hope is to be searched for, to mount exploratory voyages for, following each clue and bent twig of evidence. Hope is to be fought for, defended against despair, stinging needles of falling hail, hate's dull axe pounding against the door. Hope is to be celebrated even before its coming, halls strewn with petals for its bare feet to walk on. Hope is to be caressed, its most gentle grasp that does not crush, two forms holding up the other in silent reverence. Hope is to be free to come and go, knowing the cold days apart will lead to a reunion. Hope is the most welcome guest, the most adored spouse. Hope cannot be bound, will come to you in its own time and on its own terms. Hope will not give or accept a ring or token, will not be a slave to any spoken incantation, whether following in its tracks or opening your gates and windows to allow it entrance. Hope may be elusive, but is no illusion. Its one kiss will exceed any elixir. Its breath, the silent song that makes survival possible. Hope is a trickster that steps out from the shadow, letting you know it's been here all along when you thought it was lost or torn away. Hope laughs in sympathy, never with disdain, a joyous trill to pull lips into a smile. Hope sleeps soundly and soundlessly, but awakes to find you and teach you new songs. Okay, thank y'all very much.
Give it up for Michael Sindler. That was beautiful.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Bravo, bravo.
Beautiful,
Michael.
Michael.
Beautiful,
Good stuff.
Beautiful.
That's amazing.
I know.
Thank you.
Lighthouse, what is it? Lighthouse.org. Show it again, Mike. Lighthousewriters.org. Visit lighthousewriters.org. Thank you, Michael. Thank you for keeping the hope alive. And now let's hear from our Ron, Mark Thompson.
Welcome back, Labrua. How's it going?
Thank you. I've gotten to see you, though. You've come to just about every single one, and that is so cool.
I think I missed the one with the rain because I attended Paul's workshop online with the cafe, but all the other ones, it's such a pleasure to see you. And I'll be there at Lincoln Center this Saturday. And I think you're going to meet Matthew Marroquin as well. He is in.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Matthew Marroquin is going to join. That's so
That's right. And I know one day you'll be inside Lincoln Center unless you've already been on the stage. If not, you will be. I know you will be one of these days, right?
Only one time for a graduation, but one day I do hope to get inside. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate that.
We will manifest that. All right, I'm going to do a short poem so that we can get to the waiting list for everyone. Advocate remembers he had his theme favorite word earlier this week, and he remembers what my favorite word was, but I'm going to give you my second favorite word, and here we go. One of my newest favorite words of lately has been no. I changed my yes to a no so I could be myself and grow. You see, I used to say yes a lot in the past to my friends and family. Yes to anything they wanted, no matter how unreasonably or rapidly. It helped them. Some days it helped me as well, but many times it didn't advance me and I fell. Always saying yes wreaked havoc and made me very tense. My own life and happiness would suffer at my own expense. N-O has one fewer letter than Y-E-S. Should be easier to say, there should be no stress. No may have a mean emphasis on its letter, but I learned to embrace it like a warm sweater. Trust me, once you start saying no, you will feel better too. You will become free. Your attitude improves. I believe it's true. I finally stood up and learned how to not say yes to each and everything. I took all of my heart's courage and pulled myself up on my string. Try it for yourself. No is a powerful and beautiful word. It surely has become my new favorite, like a beautiful song from a bird. I hope I gave you encouragement and truth here in the Zoom room tonight, because as always, I want to make your evening very shiny and bright. The end.
Hey, let's all say Bravo to Ron.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Bravo, Ron.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
Ron.
Great job,
Ron.
This would be amazing as a
Come
kid's
on for the
book, too.
no.
How to say no? It's a good, powerful word. You can say yes to everything because people will take advantage of you over and over again, right?
Thank you for that. That is definitely a powerful message. And when you're a nice person, it's hard. Like we identify our yeses with, we identify it with like being bad or whatever, but it's so important. Thank you, Ron.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yay! And he got the BX on the wall. I see you repping the BX. He's been hanging with us so much. It's fabulous. He smiles, he says no, and he's repping the BX. Love it. Okay, now let's see what's good with Jeff Cartrill.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm good. So the dog's being quiet now?
Well, yeah, because Pinky is right here.
Hi, doggy.
She was downstairs losing her marbles. She was like, because she hears me up here having fun with all of you, and she just wouldn't stay quiet, so I had to bring her up. So this is my Pinky. I see your Pinky is with you too.
Still there, yeah.
So what's good, Jeff? What's new?
Well, I don't have anything really new or polished, but I did write kind of a half-assed sequel to Brick and Dummerton, the vaudeville duo wandering in the post-apocalyptic upstate New York. So here's part of Brick and Dummerton 2, Brick and Dumber. It had taken weeks of walking. They were exhausted, and their foot soles would never fully recover. But Brick and Dummerton had made it to Niagara Falls. Brick stood at the railing and looked at the enormous waterfall beneath them as the roaring rush of water drowned out just about any other sound in the vicinity. It hadn't rained in days, so Brick closed his eyes and reveled in the flying droplets landing on his face. Dummerton waddled not far behind. He'd fallen on the ground 5 times in the previous 10 minutes and struggled to stay vertical again, but that proved a challenge with that enormous weight. Brick turned around, looked at Dummerton, smiled, and spread out his arms. "Gee, Dummerton," he said, "here we are in Niagara Falls." Dummerton sported a puzzled expression. Then he thought for a moment. "Say, Brick," he said, "I can't remember the next line. Can you accuse me?" Brick groaned, stepped up to Dummerton, and smacked him in the face. "We ain't doing a sketch, stupid," he snapped. "I'm just saying, here we are in Niagara Falls, normal-like, see? What a maroon." Dummerton shook off the impact of the slap. "Why is you so mean to me, Brick?" he whined. "It was just a, what do you call him, a misunderstanding there. You can't blame the fellow. Whoops!" He fell over backwards once more. "Oopsie doopsie, Mac. I done it again." Brick shook his fist at Dummerton as the latter struggled back to his feet. "Why, I oughter," he said. "If you wasn't the only buddy and pal I got left in the world, why, I'd yank out your tongue and poke holes in it with a stapler." "That's mean, Brick." "Shut up." Brick rolled his eyes. Then he turned and pointed to a large bridge just north of the falls. "Now here's the way I figures it, see? That bridge way over there, that's what they calls the Rainbow Bridge, right?" Dummerton squinted at the bridge. He frowned. "Why do they call it the Rainbow Bridge, Brick? It don't look like no rainbow. All them rainbows got fancy colors, don't they? This one ain't got no fancy colors. I'm confused." Brick smacked him again. "Shut up, stupid. It's a doggone name is what it is, the Rainbow Bridge. Maybe they named it after some fella Joe Rainbow or something. Anyways, the way I figures it, we go across the bridge to Canada there and see if there's any survivors like. Maybe the Russians didn't bomb Canada so much. What do you say?" Dummerton shook his head. "I don't know if that'll work, Brick. Don't you and me gotta have passports to get into Canada?" Brick smacked him. "How?" said Dummerton. "Don't be stupid, kid. We're in the apocalypse, and nobody's gonna give no shakes of a lamb's tutti frutti about borders anymore." "But Brick, ain't it gonna be cold over there in Canada? We ain't got no winter coats or boots. I ain't even got my long johns. How are we gonna get along in Canada without no long johns?" "We can get long johns in Canada. They've got to be up to their ever-loving eyeballs in long johns." "But Brick, don't they speak a lot of French in Canada? How are we gonna understand anybody up there? We don't speak no French." "Oh, for the love of..." Brick turned to smack Dummerton again, but decided that he couldn't be buggered about it this time. "Look, it's real simple to speak French. All you gotta do is make with the old bonjour and parlez-vous all the time. And smoke cigarettes while you're doing it. It's so easy they won't even be able to tell the difference. Got it?" Dummerton sighed skeptically, and they started trudging their way towards the Rainbow Bridge. They were quiet for several minutes, and then Brick spoke up. You know, he said, come to think of it, it ain't just a Rainbow Bridge. I hear lots of bridges up in Canada got some pretty peculiar names. Why, there are bridges into Newfoundland and Winnipeg what I hear got funny names. So tell me the name of the bridge in the Newfoundland, Brick. I don't give a darn. Yeah, but what's the name? No, what's the name of the city in Kentucky what I told you about? I don't know. No, that's in Illinois. Huh? You're confusing me, Brick. All I'm asking is the name of the bridge in Newfoundland. I told you, I don't give a darn. I'm not asking if you care, I just want to know the name. Brick turned and smacked Dummerton. Ow, said Dummerton. Stupid. You're so mean, Brick. Well, tell me the name of the bridge in Winnipeg then. Tomorrow. But I wants to know now. I'm telling you, tomorrow. But I wants to know today. Nah, today's the name of the... shut up, Dummerton. And I'll just cut it off there. Brick and Dummerton Part 2.
All right, Jeff Cartrill. Let me have everybody respond to the
Yes!
Oh, good, Jeff. Yay.
Yes.
You want to say it a little louder?
Great.
Dumb and Dumber, Jeff and Dummerton. I think of Dumb and Dumber. That was funny. And your voices are on point. Thank you, Jeff Cartrill. So we'll put your info in the chat. If you want to say any last things, I'll unmute.
Yeah, you can find me at jeffcottrell.com and Facebook and Twitter and da-da-da-da-da. I'm in an anthology coming up called Sign You that's being launched online on August 24th. There's no Facebook page or anything yet, but look up Poetry in the Brew for that.
All right. Thank you, Jeff. Okay. Professor Tesosomok, we are ready for teacher.
All right. Good to see you back.
Thank you. It's good to be.
Advocate was saying you're all the way up.
Well.
Okay. The Salton Sea Breeze. Nobody seriously considers possible alternatives to capitalism any longer. Whereas popular imagination is persecuted by the visions of the forthcoming breakdown of the nature of the stoppage of all life on Earth, it seems easier to imagine the end of the world than a far more modest change in the mode of production, as if liberal capitalism is the real that will somehow survive under conditions of a global ecological catastrophe. Slavoj Žižek, Mapping Ideology. If your new strange tick from the neurotoxic euphoria has led you astray 100 miles east of Los Angeles, you'll be pulled out of the Mediterranean climate by the two guardian pillars, Mount San Gorgonio, flanked by the northern traverse of Mount San Jacinto, the southern peninsula ranges, and the Salton Trough down the middle, making the pass one of the windiest places in the US. And just as quickly, blowing the levels of your dopamine, serotonin, and norepinephrine as they disappear from your depressive central nervous system. Your tweaker time dilation burning out like Drew R. Oliver's Seal Beach roller coaster generator and his 1926 Whitewater wind turbine. You have crossed into the eastern portal through the meth haze. You will be in the Colorado desert, leaving behind the western barrier of the rain shadow. Once you enter here, you're expected to wait. The night will come, sunrises, seasons, eventually waiting to loosen into pieces. In the dilation, a continent-scale river system is exposed via its basinal sinks, its sedimentology, regional stratigraphy, and micropaleontology of the Southern Boost Formation and the age deposits of the Western Salton Trough. The trilateral formations that make the Southern Boost Formation basalt carbonate embayment some 6.3 million years ago, prior to the arrival of the river. The subtidal green claystone influx of the river water at 5.4 million years ago, migrating southern turbidities and wind caves, paleo canyons, 5.1 million years ago. When the river first runs and delivers its upstream sand The halting of sand came through anticlines formed via tectonic movements. Massive progradation of fluvial deltic system pushed through the river valley into the Salton Trough, starting 4.6 million years ago by overwhelmed sediment storage capacity of the sub-basin along the lower river corridor. As the OCD kicks in, you unravel the millions of years of that the Colorado River has jumped its bounds and rehydrated Gneissian metamorphic landscape, a petrified wood, volcanic chards, altered limestone, the aged marine sandstone, the Orocopia schist, and the vulture scraped calcified carcasses. The existential boredom of the landscape lets you appreciate the condeals of the 1800s, the 1853 rail survey to tap some new veins, the 1857-87 Wozencraft plan of Dr. Oliver M. Wozen to irrigate the desert, the 1875 Southern Pacific Railroad extension via the Cabazon Valley and the perishing laborers from the punishing heat, the 1884-1905 New River Salt Company, slathering salt left by the evaporated Lake Cahuilla, shipping 1,500 tons per year to San Francisco. The 1896 Calexico tent town to house canal workers that George Chaffee designed that would eventually overrun in 1905 for the California Irrigation Company at 400,000 acre feet per year. As the meth mites ravage the psychosis of your reality, you can feel the southern embankments breaching and the sores bleeding. The floods of 1905 and the breach of the canals that brought thousands of acre feet of water for 16 months, pouring over 500,000 acre feet, rehydrating the Salton Sea. The basin rose as much as 7 inches per day, covering 400 square miles. Once the high has evaporated and the landscape lithifies and the crank bugs pulverize the epidermal anxiety, leaving the environmental sores, the agricultural DDT that has yet exhausted its 30-year half-lives, your euphoria dwindling away in 12 hours, half at 24 hours, quarter at 36 hours, and then the chaotic panic sets in when you can't inhale. You break away, weary and angry. Who will you tell the story to? So much time wasted for nothing. Telling the story puts you back in the arid desert of your existential anxiety. And you must be disciplined to adapt to the extremes of the arid region as the crystals envelop the mantle of ultramarine pea-shaped flowers. The smoke tree has become emblematic with its floral profusion and intense color for only a few weeks in June. The smoke tree comes alive with the buzzing of bees. The desert, like a crystal, like a boulder, gives up nothing, like a black hole, and you're expected to wait.
Wow, you know, if anyone was ever guilty of knowing too much, it would be you, Professor. You know so much. My head is just, wow. That was incredible. Thank you so much. Any last words before we go to Anthony Misiano?
You can follow me on Instagram under Gaseous 2019, and time is very slow there.
Gracias, Professor. Okay, let's see what's good with Anthony.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine. You look so well and healthy. And the last couple of weeks you were wearing a hat, and I think you might have been bald under it. I don't know, but you look so different now.
Well, I got
good to
I
see
got the
you.
thing put in.
Was that a different guy? Was that not you? I don't know.
That's my evil twin.
I had a feeling.
Where are you tonight, Anthony?
I'm in Brooklyn. I'm home.
BK.
Yes.
All right. What you gonna do for us?
I'm gonna do a new poem for this week.
New shit.
Yes. So here it goes. Someday they'll figure out that I am not really a writer. I have no formal training, and I'm faking every beat. I wear a hat that says one thing, next day it says another, and hopefully those others don't suspect I'm not an actor. I never went to school or trained with famed, time-tested masters. I faked it from the get-go, simply playing what I know, and phrases that I write are just the nonsense in my head. Is there a point or purpose or reason past myself? Is narcissism really just a term we use for artists who have yet to find an art so only talk about themselves, but do it on a paper, on a stage, or in arenas, and suddenly an artist just emerges from the dust? Did F. Fitzgerald fake it? Did Basquiat just fake it? Did Jackson Pollock fake it, or Picasso, Hughes, and Steinbeck? What is this thing we call an artist, and what's with all the baggage? The pressure to be deeper and more clever than we are. We look at art and choose to see a deeper meaning there, and then apply that depth to how we see that art's creator, when maybe they just couldn't fake it working in a store. And so they chose to fake it for a crowd that asked for more, until that crowd caught on that they were not really a writer.
Whoa. Yes, Anthony.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Broke that down. Love it. When did you write that?
Monday? Like Monday. Like it was stewing around my head like Sunday night and Monday morning, and then I was just like, yeah, just
gave birth to it. You're like, oh
yeah. You know what it was is I saw this thing with John Lennon. I'll be really short. Sorry, I know people have time. I saw this thing with John Lennon, like at his house, you know, and this guy was like camping out on his lawn for like a week, and this guy finally came to his door. He's like, come up to the door, you know, talk to me. And the guy was talking about like, oh, and when you wrote this, when you sang this, and John was like, it just rhymed, man. We just thought it sounded cool and it worked for the thing, you know? And it just made me think about like, yeah.
How literally people take what you say, and, you know, and sometimes how it is, it's like an extension of your mind, but it isn't you.
Because something art emotionally impacts us, and it should, and then, but we take that feeling and go, oh, the artist must be this feeling. And it's like, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not. And then you brought in the narcissism too, which is like so prevalent, you know, that's such a prevalent topic,
Yeah.
and something that we're, you know, that's the other pandemic is narcissism.
Yeah.
It was great to hear you. What a lovely voice you have, Anthony.
Thank you very much.
For that new shirt.
Thank you. Oh, and I'm going to plug my show in the chat.
Go ahead, say it. And then we're going to go to Mr. Speaker Sears.
I got a show opening at the Wild Project in September from the 17th through the 19th, and then going from the 23rd through the 26th. Go to isqueezedreallyhard.com. You can get tickets, and you can watch like a little trailer about it and read about it. And yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited and terrified.
Thank you. All right, Anthony. I squeezed really hard. That's a poem in itself, but
I did.
Hopefully I'll okay. Bye. I'm gonna leave it at that. TMI. I squeezed it too hard. Mr. Speaker Sears, where are you?
I'm here. I'm ready to go.
All right. Nice to see you.
Yes. New shit. So let's keep it going. Poetry and love, inspired by Smokey Robinson's Cruising, because I know you like music, right? Smokey Robinson saying music was made for love, while Mr. Speaker says poetry displays that love. Feel the vibe when we come together. See, poetry was made for love. Reciting conveys that love. I love it when we're vibing together. Poetry's my ride or die. Without it, I can't survive. I thrive through writing poetry, baby. Writing takes me from here, puts me in the atmosphere. I love writing verses for my lady. Poetry was made for love. Reciting conveys that love. I love it when we're vibing together. Don't leave the room, my dear. These verses you need to hear. I come alive while spitting poetry, baby. Let poetry help you unwind. Give in and you will find there's nothing like poetry, lady. You've got things to say, so glad we have poetry. Come release those verses, baby. Poetry was made for love. Reciting conveys that love. I love it when we're vibing together in peace.
Yes. I love it when we're vibing together. Everybody,
go.
so sing a little.
That's how you
was great vibes.
That's fine.
All of
That's
us really good.
fine.
Yes,
That's
here,
exactly
come in.
what we
Yes,
need
yes,
right
yes.
there.
All of it. All of
Ride
it.
or die
All of that.
poetry.
Like you love.
Mr. Speaker Sears, thank you so much for that smoky poetic that you brought to us tonight. I almost want to hear you singing it because I know you wrote it exactly to the song. I heard the meter and the whole thing. So maybe when we do some crazy karaoke, you could bring out your own version. Great to see you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker Sears. Now let's see what's good with Joski C.
Hola, Bruja.
Hola, Joski.
Oh, it's really good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Man, have I missed you guys. Sheesh.
Well, you know it's mutual. You'll be hearing it all night. This is a new haiku.
New haiku. Wait a minute. New shit.
Virus rides the breeze, Tuskegee disparities plague upon us all. You're counting? Thank you. The haiku checker. And this is called Guitar. Morning comes, you call to me. Strings wake from quiet sleep. You are my friend. You understand me. From my ribs to your ribs, take my mute confusion. Help me speak unspoken need. Sound my deepest longings. Empty me so I find peace. These birds have wings, but I just got these strings. High hopes dream deep, but I can't get no sleep. Old bones on a long road carry me home to you. Anchored by bones, won't let me fly home.
Oh, Joski C. Let everybody respond to that vibe right there. Oh,
That
nice
was
job,
Yes.
Go,
Beautiful.
so beautiful.
Yes.
So much
love, So peaceful.
So chill. Do do do.
Oh,
It was right here.
wow, Joski C, man. I'm asking to unmute you again in case you want to close out and say anything, but I was loving the profound haiku, the poetry, the riffs. Wow, so cool, Joski.
I would just like to say thank you. Thank you for the platform, for the opportunity, and for the inspiration. And that, I think a lot of us kind of feel like this has become our artistic home. We come to the oasis.
Yes, and you help it be that way for all of us, because whenever you perform, it really adds so much magic. So thank you, Joski C.
Love to all.
Wow, tremendous. I have a feeling, we're gonna be seeing more of you, but for now, let's see my homie from the Boogie Down Bronx, Rosalind, through her big brown eyes.
Hey, Bruja, I missed you.
I missed you too.
I'm glad you're back.
Thank you.
I'm gonna try to fit in 3 pieces. The first one goes like this. His touch is like the sound of soft waves to my highly dysfunctional nervous system. The warmth of his embrace is reassurance that everything will be okay as his tongue and vocal cords let his hands convey the message that my heart needs to feel for my pulse to ask permission to slow down. That's the first one. Second one is, I want to make friends with my body. How could I fully trust anybody if my own flesh and bones turn against me occasionally? The rain comes and my muscles remind me that I am not in control, that there's no peace without war. Wake me up when my body decides to love me again. That's the second piece. And the third piece is called Worship, and it goes like this. Holy mother of fake contractions, I could only pray that one day a little human makes all of the years of shredding this lining worth every second of pain. May the art that my womb creates lead to a world of change someday. May this natural cocoon carry the fruits of this labor that usually lasts 3 to 5 days. And may a man never compare his endurance to that of a woman with superiority weeping from his blasphemous tongue and expect to win that debate, because he will never know the power of this multi-purpose gift from God to the world. Bow as we color you red and worship the ground beneath our feet because we are worthy. End poem.
Ooh, that fire right there. I read something today that is in alignment with what it is that you're saying, and that when men bully prominent women, it's just a coping mechanism to their mediocrity. I think I read that on Amanda Seals.
I like that.
Right? Oh, I was like, boom, boom, boom. Yo.
I like that.
No joke. So good to hear you, Rosalind. Oh, and it's official, September 7th. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Oh my God, yes. So I'm working with the Neo and a few of you amazing people so that we can put together an open mic. Damn, I don't even know what to say. It's gonna be fire. I want it to be an open mic that just something like this one, a little bit different. There's gonna be, what is it, 5 of us that are like
5 featured poets, right? 5 featured poets, and then you got me and Advocate Awards hosting. So we'll be back, the Sonny and Cher.
Yes. You two will be hosting, and there's a little surprise in there, but I just invite everybody to come through once the details are like out there. I will share, come through, show some
All right,
love.
but we did lock in that date, right? It's officially
Absolutely.
okay.
Yes, but
more to
know,
come on that.
Yep. Once everything is like, I guess when we start to do the, I'm nervous.
It's okay. We don't have to say anymore. It's just to let people know, put it in their ears. September 7th.
I'm so excited. September 7th, come through. We're gonna start promoting it, and just look out for it. Just look out for it.
It's online, right? Marilee is asking, is it online?
Yes, it's going to be online.
Okay, cool. Through her big brown eyes, made it happen. Thank you.
I'm so excited. I love y'all so much.
Rosalind, yes. Okay, now let's keep it going, keep it flowing, and see what's good with Holly.
Hey, y'all.
Hi, Holly. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
Good to see ya.
Bringing nice, bright love. I see you bringing it into the room. So what you going to do for us tonight?
So I have 2 poems that I'm going to be sharing. Neither of them have titles, so I'll just let you know when one is done and go to the next. Okay. Untitled number 1. Show me who you are, not just the shiny parts, but also your scars. The tears you fight and shed as your soul vibrates quickly between punctuations of hurt and tones of sorrow. Show me your heart, your dark side. I cannot hold you down if I never meet Mr. High. If that's too much to fathom, then you're fully not here. You're just a phantom and we don't really exist, dear. We are guarded like the city of Jericho, singing piercing songs like birds in trees fighting over dinner. And as branches crackle beneath their pretty wings, will those walls, yours and mine, ever come down? Sing unto me the songs you breathe subconsciously. Please utter the sounds, the groans, the truth that you keep hiding from me. Clear your eyes, your spirit and soul. I'm not playing with you, but wait forever? No, I've got full course meals dripped in deals. Don't miss your blessing being numb to your feels. Imperfect am I? Yes. Hardly a walk in the park. I wrestle 50 shades of gray while rainbows play with shadows in the dark. My demons are strong and sometimes I feel faint, but God, I'm powerful beyond measure, sweet like sugarcane, resistant to the if, then, and the ain'ts. Now I'm dusting myself off, and it's not really for you, but it's true that I have clues and not just a few. So let's figure it out without a shadow of a doubt. If we're flying together free or swirling around like haunted and ghastly. Poem. And this is the second untitled poem. At the base of my being lies my mother's convictions, sprinkles of my father's audacity. Between grandma's teachings is the essence of me, wrapped in my grandfather's tenacity. Still inside the lines of my smile are cracks of despair. Some days I am barely held together like gel on thick, nappy hair. Roots rich in melodies forge symphonies of sound. Creativity and resilience allow me to rebound. I enterprise visions and domesticate my space, sow education onward for the next generation to take place. I am of African descent, regal, strong, and proud, embodiment of my ancestors' strength, whose voices sang aloud. And despite the demons of colorism with remarks on good hair trying to win, I am learning and owning that my value comes from within. I believe in me, yet feel the need for warp speed, move with diligence and truth, destroying beliefs that don't apply, abandoning heavy bags that held me, myself, and I back from flying, no, soaring high. Time here is limited and I must be set free and lay the foundation for future seeds, for them to flee from the ideas of bondage painted by white supremacy, racism, and poverty. Dear future daughter and son, you are already better, yet your lives haven't begun. I know you're ready to roam and make this earth your home, but please allow me to rearrange and establish a better beginning and a fresh tone. I know you will fly like fire, touch the sky like none other. Tap into that magic of yours. Ha! I shudder as I'm already inspired. But for now, I'm springing forth things new, praying that God will erase the shadows and the residue of my battles and war towards freedom, and that you'll just sing happy tunes. The strength in our bloodline vibrates beyond the shades of our hues. We will be greater than songs of rhythm and blues. Poem.
Yes.
Holly!
Great job. Great job.
Beautiful.
Loved it.
Absolutely.
Very nice, very
Awesome
nice. That was
job.
good.
Thank you for
Yeah, yeah.
sharing.
Very good.
Is there an Instagram?
Oh my gosh, can you hear me? Okay, I was struggling. My Instagram is Holly Googe, Holly like Hollywood, Googe like Google, but no L, one word. That's me on Twitter, that's me on Venmo, that's everything, Holly Googe. Oh, we can't hear her.
Oops. Thank you, Holly. Forget Hollywood, get for that Holly Goose. You know what I'm saying? That gushy stuff. Amazing. Love it. Wow. So powerful, beautiful poetry. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. Well, let's see what's good with Unmesh Mohit all the way from India.
Hey, love, Bruha. How are you?
I'm back. I'm so happy to see you. Unmesh, how are you doing?
Good, good. I'm coming. I was trekking in the mountains for 8 days. And yeah, all rocks, boulders, snow, camping. Wow, lakes. It was beautiful. Just loved it.
Wow. So did you like make your food on the fire and stuff like that?
Yeah. We were having a team as well to prepare food, and there were horses, so tents. So it was wonderful. That
Oh
was
my
one of
goodness.
my dreams come true.
I'm glad you went on that journey and that you're back.
Yes. So yeah, I've got few short ones. Here we go. Beyond. The title is Beyond. Beyond road, there is journey. Beyond travel, destination. Beyond love and hate, life. Beyond earth, no life. Beyond death, there is time. Beyond time, vast emptiness. Beyond emptiness, vast nothingness. Journey from nil to cipher, easy to see, difficult to decipher. That was the first one. The next one is called Almost. Almost. Almost road ended, almost flowers dried, almost fuel finished, almost water bottle empty, almost sweat dried, almost book finished, almost toast roasted, almost ghost dead. Long live the frozen dreams, gliding through the dark clouds. Morning arrived, smelling like fresh coffee. Gliding through the dark clouds, morning arrived, smelling like fresh coffee. This is the last one. Distinct possibility that different people of different colors, different nature, connected by unimaginable love, unfathomable resilience, and unexplained desire to commit same mistakes again and again. Let's rise to fall again. Let's rise to fall again. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
All right, Unmesh. Love it. Oh my goodness. Unmesh Mohit, always such a pleasure to hear your poetry.
It's amazing to see you again, La Brua, after a long gap. You are our energy.
Thank you. No,
Thanks.
believe me, I missed the energy too. Like I actually felt like depressed. I actually had moments of depression without you guys. I was like, oh my God, I'm like hooked on my people. So thank you, Unmesh.
Thank you.
Fabulous. Okay, now let's see what's cooking with Marissa Prada.
Oh my God, we're so glad you're back. I'm so glad you're back. Advocate's great, but he's not you. We missed you on Thursdays.
Oh, I missed you too. What is going on? What's new? What are you gonna do for us tonight? Where are you taking me?
Oh my gosh. So you weren't here last week, and I wrote an anthem for women. So I at least hope that you were able to go back and watch it last Thursday. It was just a shout out to all the women. And so, of course, I felt it only fair to do an anthem for men.
Oh, all right. Get ready.
So I have some brand new shit. I just finished it this afternoon. In fact, I was editing it, which is interesting because usually don't edit my poems. Usually when I write it, whatever I come up with goes. But I was editing it up until right before now. So I hope you enjoy it. Please come find me, Marissa Prada on Facebook, Prada Painting and Poetry on IG. I co-author The Word is Right, WRITE. And of course, my press, the publishing house that I run is Red or Green Books. Red is READ, redorgreenbooks.com. I will let you know there is a list of people's names. I do apologize if you're not on this list. That was not intentional. Just know that this is coming from a place of love, okay? Here we go. It's titled, This is for the Men. This is for the men who dance and not step on toes. This is for the men who let women cry on their shoulders because they picked the wrong lover again. This is for the men who open doors and push in chairs, who lead a woman with their hand on the small of her back. This is for you. This is for the men who kill spiders in the bathroom and put the toilet seat down, who cook and clean and can assemble things with horrible instructions. This is for the men who go to check strange noises in the middle of the night, who work on cars and can change a tire. This is for the men who make mistakes, then say, I'm sorry. This is for the men who try new things, who don't mind getting dirty, but know how to clean up. This is for the men who are told they need to settle down, have a wife and kids to be a real man. This is for the men who cry, who are human. This is for the men who grieve miscarriages. This is for the men who believe in God and those who believe in love. This is for the men who love rom-coms and cartoons at age 40. This is for you. This is for the men who leave relationships to save themselves. This is for the men who let their daughters paint their toes and sons play with ponies, the little league coaches and single dads. This is for the silver foxes, bald-headed beauties, and those with incredible beards. For the men who worry about the size of their dicks and those who whip it around in a circle. This is for the men who are gentle yet demanding in bed, who are good teachers and even better students. This is for the men who fuck as much as make love, who kiss soft and slow and deep and hard. This is for the men with huge dicks in porn movies. Thank you. This is for the men with little dicks and great tongues. Thank you. This is for the straight men, the gay men, the bi men, the non-binary men. This is for the men who love makeup and dresses and have foot fetishes. This is for the quiet men and the loud men and those who stand up for who they are, those still figuring that out, this is for you. This is for the men who are fiercely competitive, but still gracious winners and fair losers. This is for the men who built a better life, who turned the other cheek, who did what others said could not be done. This is for the poets named Advocate, Tezo, Mr. Speaker, Jeff, Lacan, Nathaniel, Anthony, Michael, Ron, Billy, Eddie, Elemental, Generalissimo, Joski, Kayvon, Paul, Chanson, Nick, Rick, Thomas, Unmesh. This is for you. This is for the adventurers, the explorers, the troubadours, and those afraid who do it anyway. This is for the men raising another man's child. This is for the caregivers and those in school, those in uniform, frontline workers, and those in positions of service. This is for the heartbroken, the grieving, the uncertain, and those who never give up. This is for you. This is for the passionate poet who loves his poetry almost as much as he loves her. This is for the men who immortalize their heart on the page, who face their demons and challenge their guardian angels. This is for the men who suffer abuse and trauma, discrimination and exploitation, who are survivors and work hard to heal others like them. I see all of you. You are all enough. This is for all of you. Thank you. You're muted, La Bruja.
I'm gonna just let all the men say something out there. Come on, show some love for the love you just got from Marissa.
Love you, Marissa.
Oh, this is that.
Love you, Marissa. Marissa, you're the best.
Marissa.
Oh,
Much
yay.
love.
Crying at the
Thank
end.
you.
So
Marissa.
much love.
Love you, love
So
you,
much
love you.
love.
Thank you.
Oh, Marissa.
Yo,
You're a real one.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Oh my goodness, Marissa. I'm gonna unmute you again just in case there's anything else you want to close out with. But wow, that was some fire new stuff for the men right there.
Yes, you know, we got to make it, we got to show so much love, right? And I'm thinking of making this a series of poems. So thank you for all of you being the inspiration. If you would like, my book is out, Conversations with Grief. It is a beautiful book I wrote about my friend who passed away, and her face is always immortalized now on the cover. Artwork by Shane Maynard, Guerrilla Poets. Please bless me by purchasing my book. All of the proceeds this year are going to go to helping to fund the production of more books and more poets and more collections of poetry. So thank you so much.
Marissa Prada. Mwah. So lovely. Your heart is so immense. Thank you so much. Wow. Okay, well, since we were talking about the men, let's bring in Ed Foreman, the fireman Foreman, poetastic.
Poetastic, because you make me feel fantastic. Welcome back. Ready for your poetastic heart attack?
Yes, I am.
All right, let's do this. Hola, guapa. I agree. Words are superpowers. On the stage, you were the most radiant of flowers. The crowd energy is showered by the hour. You and La India were the most poetastically dazzling of towers. Sweet, this poem's payback from Iraq Saturday. You made me hot and bothered in every way. Come listen to my sexual orgasmic play. It'll be so adult, you and others don't know what to say. But first, if you have kids, they should listen to this. I don't want to crush their innocence. They are bottom of pure bliss. Please put them to sleep and give them a kiss. All right, let's do this. And love you too, Marissa. And sending you extra love. All right, let's do this. All right, this is called Sensational Roller Coaster. I'm crushing with the best because I can't stop staring at your butt and chest. I'm loving the freaky experience that will split the sensational different. Your pussy stays wet, but you already know I'm not quite done yet. Hold on, sweetie. Let me contemplate the situation as I act on the sexual confrontation. The passion lust grows as my curiosity drives me to experience all freaky fantasy. I want to explore every erotic shades of me so we can be on a deep degree on our knees. I'm visualizing my climactic dominance to explore a sexual stage of consciousness. I'm touching, squeezing, and rubbing your canvas to achieve your scorching wish. My lips and tongue begin to search your body, but God, I love this secret hobby, lightly kissing your neck, pussy, belly, and hips. Oh, let's not forget your scrumptious sweet nips. Tease you makes your body shake while your heart slowly comes awake. I can hear you're being impatient, but baby, don't deny or defy it. My tongue is getting ready for the show as you groan towards your pillow. You're ready for a full presentation towards your euphoria situations. My tongue walks to your hidden lips while I try not to slip. Come on, baby, drip, 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 while your body flip, flip, flips. Your lips are ready for a penetrating encore, so you don't have to beg for more. I'm the one with burning center. Baby, you know I'm a soft, then a heavy hitter. Being your push to see how long it lasts while you're hearing your loud gas. You know it's a blast while we move quicker than the flash. Let's switch, you go on top, because I want your sex bomb to pop. Come on, sweetie, show me what you got while we move and groove nonstop. I'm crushing while we're fucking doing so many rock somethings. The bed thumping and our bodies bumping while you scream, I'm coming. Oh, baby, it's over. So moving closer. Don't mind the exposure. Baby, sorry I couldn't move a little slower, but did you enjoy your sexual roller coaster / bulldozer?
Okay, I had to turn the lights off for some ambiance. Everybody else want to chime in?
Yes, Eddie!
Yes, yes.
Oh, Eddie, keep pushing. Keep on.
Somebody thought it went well.
The baby
with
is
the
sitting
cereal
there.
there.
Wait.
Thank you. I didn't understand what I was about to say.
Oh no.
Oh my God, hilarious. Thank you, Ed Poetastic.
Because you make me feel fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. We're having a feature on me and Advocate, Paul Conqueso, and Elemental are supposed to have this magic mic. We're actually fundraising a foundation called the Butterfly Effect. It's supposed to help women that have been sexually abused. So please come on, so we can all stand tall.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Ed, the fireman, Poetastic Foreman. Okay, so I don't see Monica Berger in the room, Metronome Berger. So I did say in the chat checking out for her, but let's go with Thomas Connor in the meantime.
What's good, everybody? How's everybody
Hey,
doing?
Thomas.
Good to see you again, La Bruja.
Good to see you too.
All right. We're just gonna get to. I'm just gonna get to it, so we can get to the waiting list. All right. I'm feeling a little hip hop-ish tonight, so we're gonna bring it. Beats, rhymes, and life. I beat rhymes to life. Out here tonight, live on the mic. Some don't get it. I'm raw and unleaded. Cops that get deaded. Beef that gets deaded. Cats that get shredded. I'll be John Lennon. Dash of John Legend. Girls get wetted when I start to spit it. My shit's aesthetic. Yo, shit's pathetic. I'm sympathetic. I'm here to get it. You know you ain't with it. You know you done with it. I'm here to kill it. You know I'm top billing. It's gotta be the limit. Yo, shit irrelevant. Smooth in my elements. Madness is evident. Damage, savage, cabin, stabbing, Karens. My shit lavish. Yo, shit cabbage. Oops, I'm in garbage. Killer be swarming. Killer be storming. Killer be gorging. Killer, no warning. Dealer on my mind with a rhyme or two. My shit Xanadu. Spit a haiku or two, and now I'm out. Deuce.
Oh, wow, lavish. Yo,
Nice.
everybody else. Right?
Yo, down from the underground, keep your ear to the street. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
I'm here for it.
That's great.
I'm here for it.
Yes.
It's popping.
Especially after the night we saw with the locks and Dipset. Real hip hop is so alive, and you brought it there, Thomas Connor. What? And you put haiku and Xanadu, and I think Xanadu is on the list tonight, so that shit is proper. Okay, so let me see. Thomas, is there anything else you wanted to say? I'm unmuting you again.
Yeah, just gotta check out Sounds of the Underground. We got some heat coming, so you're gonna know who's on. It's my boy Paul, my boy Elemental. We bringing that heat, we bringing that fire. Just stay tuned. It's coming. Peace, peace.
Nice. Okay. I don't see Raymond in here either. Raymond Camacho, or are you under another name? Let me know. Am I missing something? Otherwise, we're gonna go. Are you here? Is Raymond here? If not, we're gonna go to I want to say it correctly. Mireille. Miro, is you, right? Is that you, Miro?
Yes.
Yes.
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Let's say, how do you pronounce your lovely name?
It's Mireille, but in French it's Mireille. That is how you pronounce it correctly.
Oh, I love that.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I'm just trying to get Miro to catch on, you know, like share. Miro.
Yes, people listen.
Difference, you know. Good to see you again. Thanks for being here and for hosting, etc. I've got some pretty new shit that I wrote on the edge of Lake Erie over last weekend. So I had a nice little getaway. And it is untitled. So I'll just go in. This is where the vultures cruise, swooping o'er pebbled shore where the lake deposits offerings, a scavenger's feast perfuming the air with sweet decay. This is where the canopy is thick awning, gifting shade to the undergrowth where coyotes prowl, scattering deer as they approach so saplings can grow for another day. This is where the lilies bloom, where berries ripen, where fragrance is gathered and brought to the kitchen to be chopped for salads or put in jars for decoration. This is where I rose one morning, beckoned by lake song, by the gray dawn, soft like goose feather down to leave my dreams, sit on the old chair by the fire pit to watch as gulls settle on the waves and sunlight dappling the forest awake. Thank you.
Ooh, that was nature filled. Let me unmute everybody and respond to Miro.
Wow,
I really like
that.
Beautiful.
Yes,
For the
yes,
hero.
yes.
Love it. Yes.
Yes,
Very nice.
love.
That was
Yeah.
really nice. So Miro, I'm gonna unmute you again in case you want to say any last words. Ooh, where did you
Sure.
go? There you
go. When nature inspires, what can one do but pick up the pen and indulge? If you're so inclined, I'm Miro Reads Books on IG, and I've got some things cooking, but I'll just leave that super secret and annoy you all with that. Thanks, Bruja.
So cool. Oh my goodness. Yes. And right with the blessing of being surrounded by nature, that inspiration, and you took it there, you bodied it. Yo, can't wait to hear what else you've got cooking. Follow her, Miro Books. Okay, now let's see what's good with Nathaniel.
Hey, La Bruja. So glad that you're back.
Thank you. Good to see you. How are you doing?
Doing great. Yeah.
You got an official mic.
I'm sorry?
That microphone is mad official.
It's not too official. It's mad cheap is what it is. Like, but
it looks good though. It looks so so what are you gonna do for us tonight?
I got two pieces if that's cool. So the first one, now that we're like kind of heading back into this unknown of like COVID fucking spiking and all that shit, I'm gonna read this piece that really means a lot to me, and then like another one as well. But this is just one moment. I lost it. I apologize. How loud the earth asked for us. And this is to my aunt. Has the soil known hunger, full of stomach, slate, and all this marrow? Has it taken enough of the watch from our wrists to tell us the time? How starved is the ground for us, this fevered cawing of the earth, granite lungs, who owns our air and all it has become. Rigor mortis, noun, stiffening of the joints and muscle of a body a few hours after death. When you died, I never moved. Just let all I have ever said release in a violent still. Have you ever whittled your lungs into wind chimes and tried not to make a sound? It has been 2 months and the mask mandate's gone, and still, so are you. So that's the first piece.
Wow. Wow.
And this is another thing that I'm really passionate about that has like recently kind of come up, and also deals with family, but in a completely different way. Not to do with COVID, but some of you may have already heard this before. This is titled Hemolysis. It is June, and the sun has yet to sever the dust that has collected all winter. The air stale of hibernation. Some things have been trapped in even longer. The summer has yet to cling to our skin more than the words. And I am home, or here, much less a residence as a void I have returned to exist in. And we are family, or blood, much less a reunion as an argument I have never left. And this is hemolysis, or rejection, much less of the body as a trial for all that it holds. And the bigot is to the burning cross as God is to religion, a father, a belief, a creator. And the father is a lapping fang jowl of history to the daughter-in-law. The father's speech, one drop rule of a welcome toast. And the belief is of him, the creator, the mother, the brother. He will question what is family born, red artery, bleached water, sun, a parcel delusion of speech, cut and wrangled teeth. The father's broken erasure in 7 parts. 1, I, the family, talk freely. 2, don't want black woman. 3, love your dog children. 4, N-word. 5, N-word. 6, N-word. 7, I thought you were family. I'm sorry if I was wrong. I welcome you into this house, God of this room and all it holds. Do you dare use my air and dirty it with all this soil? And the son is to the father, the boy, shame, dirty hand, mud, water, lover, or all that his father could never be. A man, brave palmed clay maker of love, effigy of open chest beating, tension, muscle strained and thriving. Do you see the fight I make of my chest, curator of these lungs and all they ask? Question, who gives you the right to speak like you are not owned by this blood? Like our grace is not something you mistake for family, when the only thing you have ever fathered is pain. How much will you give of your blood before you call them family? O God of this now empty room, crown barbed tongued alone, maker of dust and keeper of air, who will come tuck you into the ground when I am gone? Who gave you the audacity of words to own everything you have said, to speak of my family like you are a part of it? If we are the same kind, then let me be of another. If we are family, let it be of the lie. If we are blood, let it be of the kind you spill and leave behind, or that of hemolysis, a form of removal where our bodies can no longer cohabitate. If loving can win against Virginia, what makes you think you are any better to demand of me who I love? Let this rejection of you be the beginning of becoming, of healing, of love. And so I will love and continue to love till death, till dust, till all that remains is family. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Nathaniel. Oh my gosh. Let me unmute so everyone else.
Nathaniel.
Dude.
That was beautiful.
Amazing, Nathaniel. That was beautiful.
Every
Yes.
time.
Nathaniel.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
good.
The density is
Yes.
always intimidating and
Yes.
impressive
Wow.
and amazing.
So
Thank you so much,
profound.
bro.
Nothing wasted.
Wow.
Your
Wow.
stands are the best. Just kidding.
Marissa. Marissa's causing trouble. But Nathaniel, oh my goodness. That was just, oof. I have no words for what that was. That's how profound that was. But thank you so much for sharing those beautiful, beautiful words and that sentiment of love and empowerment. We so need that. Well, one thing good came out of it, and that was that poem via you. So, wow. Love is love, baby. Okay. So let's see what's good with, I think it's Kayvon, or is it Kavan? Remind me, it's been a minute.
It's Kayvon.
It is Kayvon. Okay. Woo! Hi, Kayvon.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
What are you doing tonight?
I am sharing a poem called Imagine Scenarios.
Okay, well, take it away.
What if voter suppression ceased to exist? Would there still be rigged elections? Would the public have more control than the Electoral College? What if there is a generation that is not for procreation? Would we have to worry about overpopulation or the last human being to ever live? What if you never met the people that are close to you? Would you still show admiration for what you became? What if speaking up makes me part of the problem just as much as remaining silent? Would the solution ever become greater than the conflict? But thank you.
Okay, Vaughn, with that what if. Thank you so much for sharing. Where are you tonight?
At Queens, New York.
Queens, New York, reppin'. Thank you, Kayvon James. How can everybody follow you?
You can find me on Instagram at Kayvon the Poet.
Kayvon the Poet, thank you so much for sharing with us tonight. Super, super cool, profound. All right, now let's hear the sound of Jane's spoken word.
Peace, y'all.
Hola.
Bruja.
How you doing?
I'm good. I just wanted to tell you how beautiful the picture was of the women in your family. Oh, it was just so beautiful. And then y'all kicked it on the electric slide. Go on, girl.
Thank you. You're so, so sweet. And it was really so great to meet you in person, you know, I must say. So I'm
it was.
looking forward to a second round of that somehow. So what you gonna do for us tonight?
Tonight, I'm going to do a piece from my book called Word Against the Machine. And it is called What is Wrong with People? What is wrong with people? Women and children are running in fear from men so cruel and anger fueled, committing atrocities that bring us to tears, killing one another over man God rules. Men with soldier suits, with guns and tanks, and men with lies upon their lips as they drank to bloody victories of now and when. Men in fresh pressed suits, making war, pushing paper and pen. Didn't you hear what Marvin said? Mercy, mercy me, when will it end? In the cities they run past the bullets that fly, or lost in the desert, they waste away and die of thirst when ancient water jars are burst, where children are bought, fucked, and worked till they're dead or they're grown. It's the planetary shame on you that's all about skin tone. Cambodia, Rwanda, Sudan, Tibet, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Ferguson, Baton Rouge, Sanford, have you had enough yet? War is of the ancient mind of when. War is just inhuman. When will it end? What is wrong with people? Oh, haven't you heard? Their God has instructed them. They got the word To reap the rewards, you must kill the infidels, blow them all off the face of the earth, and send them all to hell. And for all you fine people who love the sinner but hate the sin, preaching from your pulpit, spewing lies from deep within of hate and intolerance, though Jesus loves you nonetheless. You think you're on the highway to heaven because your sins in the dark you did confess? War is on the ancient mind of then. Your sins of war are upon us. When will it end? Muslims, Hindus, Christians, and Jews all throw their dice in deadly war games. The wrath of God, an eye for an eye. Millions of dead motherfuckers just the same. When you get to the gates of your vision of heaven, will your God make you pay for all the death and destruction and hatred of others? What will your God say? I'm reminded of a line I believe George Collins said. Do you believe in God? Answer yes, then move ahead. Do you believe in my God? Answer no, then bang, you're dead. Peace, y'all.
Wow, Jane, spoken word. Oh man, let's unmute everybody to respond.
Wow.
Yo.
Yes.
Thank you for that. Yes, 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 yes.
Fire, fire, fire. Thank you so much, Jane.
Say what you think?
What was that?
Don't know. Children.
Children in the room responding
Yes.
to that. Fire.
Fire.
Love it. Thank you for breaking that down.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you, La Bruja. Welcome back. I look forward to seeing you. I'm hoping to make it Saturday afternoon.
Ooh, that'll be great. It'll be great.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you.
peace, y'all. Everybody be good to each other.
Exactly. Enough. Like, my goodness. When is enough enough? Is it not enough?
Word.
Right? But here it is all about love. We know how to break down all of that negativity. We do that in here. And luckily we have this beautiful space. And thank you for those words, Jane. Spoken word.
Thank you all, poets.
Okay. Generalissimo Brian Franco. What is good?
Well, I'll tell you what's great is Jane's spoken words book. If you go to her website, which she's going to put into the chat, you can get that book, which I own and have read several times. So I just want to say it's great, and her poetry is a wonderful read, and it makes you think and it makes you believe in life. So I want to just say something about my hero, Miss Jane. And I'm going to start off tonight with a very special haiku. It's called A Tortuous Hiatus. Without La Bruja, poetry at the Muyo was mommy deprived.
Generalissimo. Thank you.
Okay, my first poem is relatively new. It's called How to Turn Your Home into an Indoor Amusement Park. When dizzy happens, you might sit or lie down to stop the room from spinning. But when life continues to spin out of control, everything that seems to be on a forward trajectory can act as a doorstop to everything else. Your overwhelmness becomes a tumor hidden beneath your skin no one knows about unless they touch you, but you successfully block touch by allowing unlimited Reiki while denying fingertip access with a level of deftness that has them avowing how smooth your skin is. The fog released from the breath of your words is a barrier that blocks their sense of touch from knowing it has not achieved touching. You can be as disoriented as possible while tricking the world that your life is a perfect 10 balance beam routine because the gymnast on the beam is a hired ringer with your face temporarily tattooed to theirs. Every room in your house is a different dizzying ride, playground roundabout, spinning teacups, tilt-a-whirl, G-force astronaut training capsule. You think if you practice enough, you'll become dizzy tolerant. But when you're punch drunk dizzy more often than not, your tolerance is only visible in the funhouse mirror you use while trying to shave away yesterday's bad decisions every new today in which you find yourself existing. La Bruja, I would like to say Advocate did a very, very honorable job in your place, but when Daddy is home alone with us, we get Pop-Tarts for breakfast and Totino's pizza rolls for dinner. So I just want to say I'm looking forward to some good home-cooked meals. This is called Shook. Miss Lillian would put white lily flour, Lowry seasoned salt, and black pepper in a large grocery sack. Drop drumsticks and thighs in the sack, roll it top shut, and shake it. Before there was shake and bake, there was Miss Lillian. As she shook the chicken, she'd sing, shake, 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 shake your booty, shake your booty. She then yelled, you boys ain't shaking your booties. Me and my brothers would run into the middle of the kitchen, stick out our butts, and shake our booties. She filled a deep cast iron skillet with just enough oil to submerge the drums and thighs halfway. By the time it was time to turn the chicken, a heavenly aroma permeated the kitchen with soul and poultry. She made the best mashed taters. We weren't allowed to call them potatoes. She'd chop potatoes, leaving the skins on, boil them up, then pour milk, drop in some butter, and mash them with an old school hand masher with a metal round bottom with square holes. She always brought turnip greens or collards from the produce place near her home and cooked them in a pot with onions and either fat back or a ham hock. She used the pot liquor to make a smoky gravy for the mashed taters. That fried chicken always tasted twice as good the next day for lunch after sitting overnight in the fridge. Even the mashed taters and greens were yummy cold the next day. As Miss Lillian said, fried chicken ain't no good if it don't taste right and cold the next day. And everything Miss Lillian cooked tasted good cold next day. Thank you.
Oh, bless Miss Lillian and bless you. You always make me so hungry. So delicious. Generalissimo Brian Franco, you sure do know how to cook it up. And thank you, thank you, thank you. Just so sweet. Shake your booty.
That is a totally true story.
I believe you. I knew it was. I knew it was. Generalissimo, we want to announce anything else before we go to Xanadu?
Oh, yes, I do. Yes, next Monday is my next Cafe Generalissimo, and that is at 5:30. And you can come and you can go. Just come early, leave early, come late, leave late, do whatever you want. It's sort of loosey-goosey, casual type of thing. Just don't bring hate. And thank you very much, everyone. I'll put all the info in the chat. Yes, thank you very much.
I said chate because it rhymes, but yeah, in the chat. Thank you, Generalissimo. You know where it's at. That was yummy with the pork fat back. Lordy, I'm hungry. Okay, Xanadu, all the way from Amsterdam.
Yeah, Amsterdam again. Yes. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, La Bruja, this is again dedicated to you. Yeah, I'm back from China. My last performance was about China, not about anything else, because my sound was not translated correctly. But I hope are there also subtitles to this video? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, last time my speech was not subtitled correctly, but doesn't matter. So it was about China, and this time it's about Frida Kahlo, and I guess you know Frida Kahlo. Yes. So one of the most important women from Latin America, who has an exhibit now together with Diego Rivera. So two poems called Concatenation 1 and Concatenation 2. introduced by two quotes from Frida Kahlo. I paint flowers so they will not die. And again, about surrealism, Frida Kahlo, they thought I was a surrealist, but I wasn't. I never painted dreams, I painted my own reality. So the poems may sound a little bit absurd. Maybe I can send pictures of the paintings, they are also a little bit absurd. Concatenation 1, Tijuana, alternate take 2. Diego on my forehead, Diego on my mind, Diego in my mind's eye, lady of sorrow's orthodoxy. White like a snowy puppet, purple like the evening sky, yellow like the moon at night, intimate like mysticism, green like plants and flowers, leaves on black hairs, where her brows fly out like raven over, Oaxaca's matriarchal society. Carrying Diego like an Aztec infant, only her eyes may bring you back to earthy reality of deep pupils, brown like wood, one hue darker than lips like red, mosaic cracklings suggesting you are indeed looking at a medieval painting where early Renaissance is trying to break away from. And the second poem, also called Concatenation, Concatenation 2, Love Embrace. Diego, a fat and nude baby in indigenous Mary's red dress, single pharaonic wisdom's eyes, Diego's third forehead bindi. Signing supernatural spirits of this mother-child embrace by Ethiopian Rasta sculpture, the nimbus appears to liken. And the mountainous lady shed a milky tear while a body is shaken between heavenly bodies of lime moon at night and red earth of Orion suns in third embrace, splits sky and heaven into walnut and mint. Jungle and sandy hands meet in foreground, young like youth, innocence like nature, carrying mountainous scape full of cacti of 5 kinds or only 4 out of 2 types, long and shallow branches, round elliptical leaves. Tell me who may tell one cactus from another in shifting universe of love embrace, of universe, the earth, Mexico, Diego, me, and Senor Solotti, 1949, oil paint on mezzanite, when Solotti might be a dog man sleeping in brown and black that carries the sky, personified by highest fern and brown mask, wind-howling sky, pupilless like pharaonic, suggestive like sculpture, coming alive from indigenous past passion, revenge of nature when day and night meet in cacao and forests. That's about it. Yeah, I can go on. I can read some impressionisms, yeah, sequel to this booklet about Monet. But this was Frida Kahlo. Yeah, I guess you really have been inspired by her a little bit.
I adore Frida Kahlo. I've been to her house in Coyoacán 3 times, and I went to Diego Rivera's house that was separate, where they had it at a different location. And like his style of living was just very sterile and clean, and hers was very colorful and beautiful. I'm a huge Frida Kahlo fan because I actually have 2 metal rods in my spine. I had scoliosis and surgery when I was 13. So when I first saw Frida Kahlo in painting, it was the broken column, and I didn't know who she was, and I thought the painting was of me. And that's how I just fell in love with Frida Kahlo, and that was in 1992. Yeah. So thank you for that, Xanadu.
Yeah, she has now a European exhibit. Yeah, in Europe, they only show pictures from the murals of Diego Rivera. But of course, you can see them live in Mexico. And yeah, next time I may tell something about impressionisms, maybe again.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes,
Bless to you, Xanadu.
Yeah, thank you.
All the way.
Thank you so much for participating. Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Fabulous.
Thank you.
I just love it. Okay. Now let's see what's good with Deneen. I want to say thank you to Deneen, who has given me donations several times, and just so generous of you and so kind.
Yeah, you know, can you hear me?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
We miss you when you're gone.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think we all do.
so sweet.
Yes. Hey, you know, today I just wanted to say I've been watching little kids, my nieces and nephews. There's 5, and they're very young, and all the way up to 16. And then I was just looking at prejudice stuff, right? And then so I remember when these are just 3 little funny little stories. When I was working, it's usually all white places anyway, and this little girl came in, and she said to her mom, she drew me a picture, and she said, "Give this to the brown lady," and she colored me brown, right? And she was only like 4 years old, okay? And then this other little girl, she kept asking me, she was looking at me, and I was like, what is this girl staring at me for? She said, "Do you taste like chocolate?" and then I said, "Oh," I said, "Well, do you taste like vanilla?" She licked her skin. She said, "No." And then I said, "Well," and then I said, "Well, you can lick mine." She licked mine. She says, "Oh, you don't taste like chocolate." And she's like 3. and then this last story, this little girl, she was like 6 years old, and no, she was about 4, and she says, "Christina," that's my other name. She says, "Hey," she says, I was pregnant," and then she says, "Oh, maybe you can marry my stepfather, and then your baby will be white." And then I looked at her and I said, "Well, why would I want a white baby when I'm brown?" And then she says, "Oh." And then I just think of those little stories like that, and they're actually big stories, because we teach our kids how to be prejudiced, and if we just let them ask the questions that they want to ask without freaking out.
Yes.
And then because the mothers freaked out, and I said, don't freak out. They just asked me what they were thinking,
Yes,
and
the innocence. It's just innocence.
it is. It's facts. Somebody said, yes, but it is. That's all.
Thank you, Janine. I love it. I love to hear you tell your stories of truth and wisdom. It's just so lovely. Thank you so much. We'll be talking some more on IG, and we'll be making, we'll keep talking.
That was my first IG. I don't know what I'm doing, and I make long sentences and everything.
Well, it's all good. I have a little funny story, an innocent story. I remember when I was little and I saw a lady breastfeeding, and I was with my mother. She was a family friend, and I was like, "Mommy, what's she doing?" And she says, "Oh, she's giving the baby milk." And I was like, "Milk?" I was like, "Does the other one have juice?" That's a true story. I was like, if she can make milk, maybe she can make juice too.
What flavor?
And that's just innocence. So
yes,
thank
it
you,
is.
Janine. Always great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming back.
Of course. I didn't want to be away. I just had to be away. Okay. Now let's go to Japan with Poeta Ku. I've been waiting to see you.
Welcome back, bro. I'm missing you.
Thank you. Oh my God, I'm so excited. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, this is a title. In Your Eyes. Bro, you using contact lens? Oh, I have a terrible low vision. So.
Well, I used to. I had the LASIK eye surgery. Yeah, it didn't work.
No vision since I wearing glasses since 10 years old, so about half century. So I need to check up every 4 months and in the eye clinic. This checking machine is always making a fucking cool sound and rhythm like right eye and left eye. So this rhythm bring me a sexy and eccentric imagination. So tonight I wanna check every guy's eyesight with this video in your eyes. So I hope you all enjoy it. First, I'm gonna check your right eye, Mr. Poetic. Please look through the hole. Are you ready? Now, let's get started. Right. Left. Up. Down. What can you see? What can you read? Instagram feed, making you happy. Divinity, kissing, when I don't know. Pokemon Go, take the Poké Stop, and get the Pokeball. Monster at your paws, humans at your force, kick your assholes. You are working core, no one can match your force. No more, no, you, all my life, in no more dying. If you wanna die, just die. No alive, cause living too long. Shinobu coin will make it more crazy. With forbidden love. Forbidden love. Good job, Mr. Poeta. Let's change to the left. Left eye is connected to the right brain. The right is the imaginary brain, the unconscious brain. You might find your soulmate. Are you ready? Now, let's start again. Right, red, rose blood. Half full, half empty, my life. History, hysteria. Give me a break. Counter Toripori Crusader. Impero Inca ending Conquistador. Plantation slavery, Civil War. Shoguns Harakiri, Colonial Empire. Raven Bulgari, what? Aso and Kuriari, no. Whipping and hanging, stop it, stop it. Forced labor, dogmen burning, bullshit. History written by the victors. History of self-defense of trauma. Hear no ever, see no ever, speak no ever. How horrible to find myself a criminal. Find the hole! Break the hole! Smash the ball! I'm catching nothing! Last supper. Hungry, 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 great. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Forever than the salad. Hungry for what? Hungry for Mac. Hungry for mad. Humpy Dumpy saddle on the wall. Hungry for what? Hungry for love. Hungry for the love. Humpy Dumpy had a great fall. Humpy Dumpy had a great fall. Oh, clear, Mr. Poetic. Your eyes fine. Thank you so much.
Oh, Poeta. Cool. I love that. Wow, that was amazing. I think everybody wants to respond to that because that was wild.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
That was a
that
crowd.
was fucking fire.
That was crazy.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy,
Thank you very,
enjoy the
thank you
Olympics.
very much.
Enjoy the Olympics.
Wow.
we are
Yes.
in Japan today. In Japan, August 6th is Hiroshima Day. So I read praying for world peace or humankind. Of course, New York poets. Oh, thank you so much.
Wow. So great. Oitaku in Japan, you always dropping bombs. Like, really? That was just so tremendous. Thank you so much. Those are the kind of bombs that need to
See
be.
you again.
That is how you drop a bomb. Like
That
that.
is.
Woo! Wow. Wow. So creative, so incredible. And just like, wow, the rhythm of it's like, it's a bop. It's just a straight, it's hip hop. It's fantastic. Wow. So glad we got to witness Poetaku. Follow him at POETAQ50 on Twitter and Instagram. And you can send him some money at PayPal through the same name. And that was just so great. I see, I don't know if Refugee is here because I was trying to find Refugee, who is up next. Am I not seeing you correctly? Otherwise, we're gonna go to Catman Bill. Is Refugee RIV, right? Well, okay, so then let's just go to Catman. And if I'm wrong, then hit me up in the chat. Catman.
Okay, let's see. Hey, La Bruja, nice to see you again.
Hi.
So, I'm going to probably get into trouble tonight, but trouble follows me anywhere I go anyway. So I'm right at home. I'm going to do some stand-up stuff I haven't done in probably a year. So it's old shit. It's not new shit. But, sometimes old shit is good too. So, sometimes when I have guests come by my place for dinner and someone needs to use the bathroom eventually, they wash their hands. And you think they would use the paper towels in the paper towel rack next to the vanity? No, they want to save the earth. So they walk over to my bathtub, my bath towel, and they dry their hands on my bath towel. And they don't realize where my bath towel has been. And it's been rubbing my body all week. And there are some parts to my body that I'd like to rub more vigorously than others because it feels so good. But that's saving the earth. They want to go green and save the earth and rub their hands on my dirty bath towel. I can't figure it out. I can't figure humans out. I have a cat collection here, and I can relate more to cats than I can to humans. And I'm sorry. Anyways, I don't know what others do with their dirty underwear, but personally, I employ the smell test at home to determine if I use them again. I sniff. And if it doesn't smell like shit, I put them on. Why should I? That's my contribution to going green, by the way. I talk to my cats, by the way. The black cat that you saw walking around before is Nefertiti. She's my muse. And so I say, how you doing, sweetie pie? And the kitty responds, meow, meow. And again, I say, how are you doing, kitty? And she again says, meow, meow. And I thought, this is more intelligent talk than I have with most humans with their mobile devices in their hands. So, it's I found it a more redeeming existence to communicate with kitties. So, you never know who to trust these days. Everybody lies. The sugar industry kept telling us that sugar wasn't making us overweight. And they backed it up with scientific studies. The scientists lied. We know that the narcotics manufacturers lied. And they told us that, Percocet doesn't get you addicted. And they brought out their scientists and they lied. Politicians are liars. Even your kids are dishonest. Believe me. When your friendly mortician asks you how you've been doing, he's not interested in you living a long life. He wants to drain your blood and pump wax into your mouth for a fee because we're based on the money system. Nobody's honest. My now ex-wife once asked me after we made love, "Baby cakes, what do you think about when you make love to me?" And I said, "I think of you, honey buns." I said, "Well, what do you think about?" And she said, "You." So we both lied. You know, even honest tea isn't honest. They make fruit drinks and they call it tea. And that's the truth, Ruth. You know, I used to date older women and I don't anymore because they're too old. I don't even date my own age now because even they're too old. An older gal and I were once having sex. And I know La Bruja really likes to hear this story. She's revealed it, and you'll see her response later. So this older gal and I were once having sex, and she asked me to turn over on my back. And believe me, when somebody asks that, you don't have to ask me twice. I laid back, and just as Ellie was about to give me a job, she reached into her mouth and yanked out her dentures and tossed them on the bed. You wouldn't get that with a younger woman, but with an older woman that had dentures, that was, par for the course. That scared me. That could only happen with an older woman. I looked over at the dentures, and then I looked back at Ellie, and then I looked back at the dentures. And by this time, the dentures were talking to me. And they said, "Look over here, asshole. Forget about Ellie. I have control of you now." And they were right. The dentures had full control of me. And, the worst didn't happen, or was just about to happen, because I said, "What is bothering me so with those dentures staring at me?" And I said, I remember when I was a child walking into the bathroom at night to go pee-pee, and I saw a glass on the vanity with my mother's dentures in a glass of water. And I knew I was really fucked up that night. So, things go haywire when you least expect them. The FAA passed a new regulation only allowing therapy dogs on planes. I have a pet rooster named Harry, and so I can't even bring my own cock on board anymore. And I'm going to wrap it up before I get into the real deep trouble. And thank you. I don't know how many people were laughing because I was too concentrating on not stumbling over my words, but I hope I had a little entertainment here tonight. Thank you.
That was definitely entertaining. I said the towels lie, the dentures lie. Oh my goodness, that was good. Marilee approved. Nathaniel approved.
Thank you. I'll be back again.
I was thinking, well, if you got to finish, then her dentures would stick for good. I could be dirty.
Really that's not made up. That happened. I just wouldn't have ever thought that. Did she have to be so dramatic? And that's the thing that kept in my mind, is that she tossed them on the bed. Why couldn't she just, turn them out of her mouth and kind of slip them under her butt or something? No, she tossed them on the bed right in front of me, and I had to stare at them.
Well, thank you, Catman Bill. That was
welcome.
A lot. That was a lot. Catman Bill, everybody. Okay, well then, let's see what's good. With I didn't mean to skip you. It said Rift, and so
yeah. Because I'm not using my legal name. I'm using the name I'm called by. So I think I was Rebecca before.
Well, hello.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. So we're still working on reading the poetry. Okay. But he's still been creating. Elijah's been creating many poems, and one of them. Can I read? Do you want to read the one about Earth?
No.
No? Which one? What about I Have a Crush on Love? Do you want that one?
Yeah.
Okay. So he wrote one called I Have a Crush on Love. Can I read it? Try the first sentence because you can do this.
You.
Okay. I have a crush on me. I have a crush on everyone. When I feel I have a crush on everyone. I have a question about crush. What is crush? It's how people look, how people are. They're beautiful, more beautiful than us, then we could love them on a crush day. When it's on the crush day, you love people. People love you like I'm talking about girls, not boys. The end.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Beautiful, Elijah.
Love the crush day. Crush
Yep.
and love. It's, the message today has been a lot about love, and that really, really makes the world go round. So thank you for that.
Is that awesome? And do you mind if I read one of my poems?
Let's hear it.
So we'll do like a mix between him and me.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
We take turns.
We're gonna take turns?
But
That's sharing.
But before, can I ask them something?
Sure.
Sure, Elijah, what?
Can I, after mommy's turn is done, can I tell you the longer poem?
Will you read it, or are you gonna tell us? What are you gonna do?
I want my mommy to read it because I can read it. I only want to read a little.
Well, I saw your toe, and I think your toe might be able to read, but let mommy read her poem, and then we're gonna see what happens. Take it away, mommy.
Oh, okay. So this is like a two-part poem. The first part is called Act Like a Dog, and the second part is called Rrr. So they're kind of interconnected. Act like a dog. Pant after your passions. Tongue hanging loose, eyes lit up with joy. Roar when you score, barking in triumph. Set the bar, as in BAR, boundaries, acceptance, and respect high. And then leap through life's hurdles victoriously. Shake off your falls, tenaciously trotting onwards. Seek the scent of love wherever your travels take you. Eyes peering upwards adoringly, lapping in God's love graciously. Right. And the second there, the second part called RURR is for the resistance, uprising, radical resilience. That's the RURR. And it's very short. It says, resist the anxiety that persists. Uprise from hurt that holds you down. Stay steady, wearing your chakra crown. Radical from your heart, resilient from the start.
Yes, thank you, mama. All right.
That's my turn.
Grr. Your toe, you gotta put your toe to read, because I think your toe can. So what?
Okay, you gotta do your toe reading. Do you wanna do the, here, this is actually a pretty short one and a really, really good one. Do you wanna do We Love Ourselves in Our Heart, or do you wanna do
Come on, Elijah, give me something. Tell your
treasure.
toe to read.
Treasure? Okay, so you can do this, your toe reading.
Okay, let's hear
Okay,
it.
so you know this first word, it's
My
uh-huh,
heart.
uh-huh,
Yeah.
like, uh-huh,
It's
blooming. So we're gonna say, my heart feels like it's blooming into dogs. Elijah's favorite is dogs. Elijah loves dogs.
Did you say dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. He loves when
Vicky,
you bring your dog on.
so cute.
You made the dog appear. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, mommy. Thank you so much for sharing your poetry. Woo!
Absolutely.
If I was in prison, I'd take your dog.
I know, maybe one day you will, but you keep writing those poems and you keep having your toe read out loud, okay? Thank you so much. We're gonna go into the waiting list. We got 2 people on the waiting list here. Great job, mommy and son. Okay, I think it's I see. Is that how you say it, or I? Yeah, am I?
You are correct. I see.
I
That's me.
see. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's my first time here. Thank you so much. I'm really excited, actually quite a bit nervous. And it's like literally my second time I've ever shared publicly. So like Erica Badu said, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. So bear with me. I have two pieces that I'm going to share as long as I can get through the first one. The first one is titled Ubuntu, which roughly means I am because we are. 4 generations of hard workers came before me, and all I got was my grandmama's chicken recipe. I had a family so proud they would not concede that just a little help was all that they need. Suffering in silence, because that's what they were taught. Tongue planted in cheek, or it would all be for naught. They told me, rung by rung, move up that ladder. Keep on going, honey, till you hear that glass shatter. When you get there and fulfill our dreams, don't stop there. Life can be what you conceive. You ain't gonna see us, and your journey may be long. But look at me, honey. We will be here to keep you strong. Guiding you, supporting you, being your foundation, ensuring you have the tools to build our great nation. Now, I heed what my ancestors have done, doing all that I must, now that I am one. And then the second one I want to share is Untitled. This one goes, am I the kind of man that would leave the only woman he ever loved? As much as I wanted to leave, I knew I could not stay. None of us are around forever. We all move on to the next stage, another stage of life that I was not prepared to deal with when the call came in that day. At first, I smiled, the biggest grin you'd ever see, ear to ear, remembering thoughts of warm, bright kitchen, bacon sizzling and crisping in the pan. And by the end, I didn't have the strength to stand. What could I do? Who did I have left? I thought I was going to die that day. And now I know that I did. I was killed by a conversation, yet she was sentenced to death. I may never recall what was relayed on the line, but I will forever be dialed into the tone. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Let me unmute everyone just to give you some love before we hear the final poet.
Thank you.
That was
Powerful
so
stuff.
crazy.
Really appreciate you sharing that with us.
Yeah,
Did a
beautiful
great job.
Lovely. Wonderful. Thank you. I see. So great. And now we're going to go to Tabo Bo. Is that how it's pronounced? Please correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, hello, how you doing? Most people just call me Tabo, but you know, my another nickname is Bo. I think that's a little bit easier, so that's what most people call me anyways.
Hi, where are you tonight, Tabo?
So I am currently living in upstate New York, a little city called Utica, New York.
Oh, I know Utica, sure.
Oh, okay. So I'm representing a little bit, I guess. But this is actually my first time performing.
Ever?
Not ever. Maybe like 6th time ever, but this is like my first virtual one.
Okay.
But my poetry journey started actually during quarantine. Prior to that, I never really touched my creative side. But because of quarantine, because I had so much time to myself, I started trying new things, and poetry was one of them. And instantly I fell in love because, you know, I started reflecting on my past life. And the biggest thing that I started reflecting was my identity. And growing up, I was born in a refugee camp, but when my family relocated to Utica, I was never really proud of my background. I didn't like the fact that, you know, we were born in the middle of a jungle while everyone else was born in the hospital. So I didn't like that difference, and because of that, I kind of shied away from it. However, because of quarantine, I started reflecting on that. And I started being more prideful. And this poem I want to recite to y'all is if it's from my perspective, but also a little bit of my parents' perspective. This poem is titled "Sorry for Being a Refugee," and I'm gonna apologize real quick. I'm a little nervous. This is, like I said, this was my first poems I ever wrote, so if you guys want to critique it right afterwards or whatever, we could do that. But so this poem is called "Sorry for Being a Refugee." I'm sorry for being a refugee. You see, my people were murdered because we never thought it would be because of our ethnicity. I'm sorry for invading your property. You see, when we were forced out our homes, we never expected to be a burden to yours, because where else can we go? Our homes were just burnt down, my people have just been killed, and I'm scared. So I'm sorry for surviving. I'm sorry for being an immigrant. You see, my family relocated to America. We never expected that we'll feel unwelcome simply because of our race. So I'm sorry for your ignorance. But it's because of your ignorance that drove me to prove you wrong. It drove me to work harder. So I'm sorry for my work ethic. The work ethic that has been drained into my blood from the sweat of my parents, because after years of running, fighting, and hardships, working overtime is nothing. So I'm sorry for taking advantage of your system. The system that don't value its people, but value the money. I mean, ain't it ironic? The richest country in the world is just another contract that sold out its people. So I'm sorry for working. I swear I never meant to take your job. I just need to work harder so the generations after me wouldn't have to work as much. So I'm sorry if I ever disrespected you. I swear I mean it when you looked at me sideways and I gave you the same look. I'm sorry if I ain't talked to you how you wanted me to. I swear I mean no disrespect. So I'm sorry if I have an accent. I mean, I know my English ain't the best, but I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm tired of apologizing. I'm tired of you making fun of my accent when you can only speak English. I'm tired of you telling me to speak American when I'm just communicating with my friends. I'm tired of you telling me to go back to my country when you stole yours. I'm tired of you saying I stole your job when you just didn't work hard enough. I'm tired of your excuses. I'm tired of you blaming me for your misery. I'm tired of being taken advantage of, and I'm tired of being quiet. Thank you. That's it.
Wow, Tabo, that was so amazing. Wow, congratulations for embracing your, your identity, your truth, your parents' struggle, and the reality of America, and and just that was tremendous. I hope you feel super, super great and proud of yourself, because
Thank you. I
we're all
appreciate
proud of you. Let's all show some love for Tabo and his poem.
I appreciate that.
Amazing.
That was awesome.
Beautiful, man.
So well done.
Absolutely beautiful.
More love, more love, more love. Love, love.
Thank you for the opportunity for letting me speak as well.
I can't believe that was your first poem.
Speak again.
I definitely will love
I'm gonna
to.
mute everyone and then unmute you. Hold on 1 second. Let me mute everybody and then I'm gonna unmute one more time. Ask to unmute Tabo. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
You're good. I didn't mean to take over. Yeah, I was just, like I said, this is my first time just being part of this community. I want to grow my poetry, my artistry as well. So I appreciate y'all for letting me speak, for letting me be myself and just listening. I appreciate every one of y'all pieces as well. My camera was off because I was packing for camping, but I was just listening. So I appreciate every one of y'all creativity, for real. Thank y'all.
So great. You're always welcome here. You already found a home here with us. You're part of our family. Thank you for sharing. Thank you, all of you for being here tonight. I have so much infinite love and respect for all of you. I mean, you are tremendous to me. You fill me up with so much light, you have no idea. So I am so grateful for you. I look forward to next week where we will do it again. And for those that could be in New York City on Saturday, if you could come to Lincoln Center at Saturday NYC at noon, I'll be representing live along with Jive Poetic. And I think, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting her name, but she's a tremendous poet too. She's Korean and Black, is Susan Baraka, tremendous poets. So if you could come to Lincoln Center on Saturday, it's a free concert at noon. And other than that, take this energy and this pure love, take it with you and hold on to it. And whenever you're faced with any challenges where you feel you need to apologize, remember this moment and remember how much you are truly loved. Thank you, everybody. Un beso desde New York. Los adoro. Gracias. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.